The internet is melting down right now because something happened that nobody was ready for. Kirk Frost, yes, the same Kirk who's been tangled in endless scandals on Love and Hip Hop, just had his most private, intimate moment ripped out into the public eye. His secret wedding vows to Jasmine Washington, the woman who turned his marriage to Rasheeda upside down years ago, have been leaked in full detail. These vows weren't just words, they were raw confessions, hidden desires, and promises that no one thought Kirk would ever dare to say out loud. And now, they're out here for the world to see. But if you thought that was shocking enough, the chaos didn't stop there. Rasheeda's own mother didn't hold back. She went live, and what she said sent shockwaves through the entire hip-hop community. People are calling it the family war of the decade, and honestly, the drama feels bigger than anything we've ever seen before. Fans are dissecting every single word, insiders are leaking even more receipts, and celebrities are already choosing sides. But here's the kicker: what Rasheeda's mom said on live wasn't just shade. It was a bombshell revelation that may have exposed the Frost family's darkest secret yet. And once you hear it, you'll realize this is only the beginning. Because if you think Kirk and Jasmine's vows were wild, just wait until you see who else was in the room when those words were spoken. The whispers started years ago, but nobody thought it would come to this. To understand why Kirk's leaked wedding vows to Jasmine hit the internet like a nuclear bomb, we have to rewind and revisit the tangled web that's been choking this family for nearly a decade. Kirk Frost has always been at the center of Atlanta's most toxic love triangle: his wife, Rasheeda, and his longtime mistress, Jasmine Washington. This wasn't just a fling. Jasmine wasn't just some random girl on the side. She was the woman who claimed to have had Kirk's child, a revelation that nearly shattered Rasheeda's life on national television. Fans remember those explosive episodes: Rasheeda breaking down in tears, Kirk stumbling through weak excuses, and Jasmine walking into the studio like she owned the room. The betrayal was raw, and the world thought Rasheeda had finally drawn the line. But here's the truth nobody saw coming behind closed doors. Kirk never let Jasmine go. Sources close to the situation say that, while Rasheeda put on a brave face for the cameras, Kirk was still sneaking around, meeting Jasmine late nights in Buckhead, ending her secret money transfers, and whispering promises that sounded less like a fling and more like forever. And now, thanks to these leaked vows, we finally know just how deep those promises went. He didn't just confess love. He confessed regret, longing, and the dream of starting over with her. Imagine the betrayal. A man who built a life, a business, and a family with Rasheeda, standing there telling Jasmine that she was the reason he learned what love really is. Those exact words have been quoted in the leaked audio, and fans are tearing each syllable apart. Some say it sounds like an old recording, maybe years in the making. Others claim it's recent, fresh, raw, and timed to destroy Rasheeda's world all over again. But that's only the surface. What makes this even more scandalous is Rasheeda's mother. Longtime viewers of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta know Miss Shirlene doesn't bite her tongue. She's been protective of Rasheeda since day one, dragging Kirk in public, refusing to let his infidelity slide, and warning her daughter not to let love blind her. And now she went live. It's not a carefully crafted statement, not a closed door family conversation. She jumped online, hit go live, and unleashed every ounce of anger the internet has ever seen. Her voice was shaking, her words were cutting, and her tone made it crystal clear. This wasn't just about Kirk anymore. She hinted at family secrets. She accused Jasmine of manipulating the situation. And she even suggested that Kirk had married Jasmine in his heart long before these vows ever hit the internet. That one line alone sent the internet into meltdown. People in the comments section were screaming. Fans flooded the live chat with "We need receipts" and dropped the audio. Others begged Rasheeda to walk away once and for all. But the most chilling part? Some insiders are whispering that Miss Shirlene has even more dirt and that what she hinted at isn't just about Kirk cheating. It's about money, loyalty, and a betrayal so deep it might split the Frost family empire forever. And the timing, that's where it gets messy, 'cause these vows didn't just leak randomly. Sources claim they surfaced right after Rasheeda refused to renew a key family business license in Kirk's name. Did Jasmine leak them as revenge? Did someone in Kirk's circle send them out to humiliate him? Or did Miss Shirlene herself push the button, knowing it would expose Kirk once and for all? Nobody knows for sure, but one thing's clear. This wasn't an accident, it was wah. But here's the twist: what if the vows aren't the full story? Because leaked screenshots suggest there was an entire second half to Kirk's speech that hasn't even surfaced yet. And insiders claim that those words don't just praise Jasmine, they drag Rasheeda in the most brutal way imaginable. If that part leaks, this entire scandal will explode into something none of them can come back from. And just when you think you've got the story figured out, an even darker question looms. Why now? Why would Kirk risk everything again at this stage in his life? Some fans are whispering it's midlife crisis. Others say it's pure ego. But a small group of insiders claim this has nothing to do with romance at all because, allegedly, these vows contain clues about money laundering, hidden accounts, and business deals that could take down more than just Kirk's marriage. And if that's true, this leak isn't just about love, it's about survival. The stage is set. The vows are out, Miss Shirlene has gone live, and Rasheeda, silent. Dead silent. The kind of silence that makes the world nervous, because when Rasheeda finally speaks, it could end someone's career or their life. But here's the real kicker. New reports say someone else was present when those vows were recorded, someone who wasn't supposed to be there. And once their identity is revealed, this entire story will take a turn no one saw coming. And here's where the bombshell turns into a full-blown nightmare. The leak of Kirk's wedding vows didn't just embarrass Rasheeda, it lit a match in a room full of gasoline. Because the moment those vows hit the internet, a hidden clip surfaced, one that insiders claim was recorded during this same secret ceremony. The audio is grainy, muffled, but clear enough for fans to hear Kirk say something that can't be taken back. I should have never stayed with Rasheeda. Jasmine, you were always my real wife. Those 11 words detonated like dynamite, shattering any illusion that Kirk was still committed to Rasheeda in any way. Within hours, blogs, gossip pages, and Twitter threads were flooded. Kirk Frost just buried Rasheeda alive with his words became a trending hashtag. Screenshots of the vows were shared alongside old clips from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta showing Rasheeda crying, screaming, and confronting Kirk about Jasmine. Then spliced together side-by-side videos, making brutal comparisons of Kirk's cold silence to Rasheeda versus his flowery promises to Jasmine. The internet crowned Jasmine the winner, but in the most toxic way possible. But the drama took a sinister turn when a so-called insider dropped leaked text messages allegedly between Kirk and Jasmine. In them, Kirk appears to tell Jasmine, weeks before the vows, once this is out, she'll never forgive me, but it's time. I can't keep hiding us. Jasmine replies with a heart emoji and the words, your truth is my crown. Whether those texts are real or not, the internet treated them as gospel. Fans accused Kirk of staging the entire leak to finally humiliate Rasheeda into leaving him. Others argued Jasmine planned it, forcing Kirk to stand by her in public or risk looking like a coward. Either way, the Frost family brand was collapsing in real time. And just when everyone thought they'd seen the worst, Miss Shirlene escalated the feud. She went live again, but this time she didn't hold back names. With fire in her eyes, she shouted, Jasmine thinks she won, but she don't know the half. She don't know what Kirk promised my daughter when cameras weren't rolling. She don't know about the money, the lies, the deals he made behind her back. The live cut off abruptly after that, leaving fans screaming for more. Did Instagram shut her down? Or did someone close to her force her to stop before she revealed too much? Meanwhile, Rasheeda's silence became louder and scarier by the hour. Fans begged her to speak, but all she did was post a single cryptic Instagram story, a black screen with 3 words, "God sees all." That post alone set the internet on fire, with thousands of comments reading it as both a warning to Kirk and a dig at Jasmine. Some even speculated Rasheeda was lawyering up, preparing to take half of Kirk's empire and leave him with nothing. But here's the twist that nobody expected. In the middle of the chaos, footage emerged of the so-called private vow ceremony. Not just audio, this time video. And who was standing in the background, barely visible until fans zoomed in and slowed it down? Rasheeda's cousin. The same cousin who once accused Kirk of disrespecting their family at a reunion years back? The internet quickly spun this into a theory. What if it was Rasheeda's own blood who leaked the vows as payback? The betrayal is layered. On one side, Kirk exposed himself with vows dripping in love for Jasmine. On the other, Rasheeda's family might have been the ones to air it all out. And caught in the crossfire is Jasmine, who thought she'd be crowned the queen, but now finds herself drowning in backlash. Because while some fans cheered her on, others tore into her, calling her homewrecker deluxe and accusing her of clinging to Kirk for clout and money. But then came the twist that froze the timeline. A second part of the vows leaked, the part people had only whispered about. In this part, Kirk's voice cracks as he says, "I failed as a husband. I failed as a father. But Jasmine, I promise you this time, I'll burn every bridge to start over." That confession didn't just drag Rasheeda through the mud, it pulled their kids into the scandal. Fans raged, saying Kirk's words weren't just betrayal to Rasheeda. They were disrespect to his children, and now the whispers are deafening. Who leaked that second part? Because some insiders swear it wasn't family, was a guard at the venue where the vows were exchanged. Someone who allegedly took hush money from Jasmine to keep the footage hidden, only to double-cross her and resell it to the blogs for triple the price. Others think Kirk himself slipped, drunk on guilt and desperate to get caught. And a third camp insists it was Miss Shirlene all along. Who knew if she detonated the truth, she'd finally free her daughter from Kirk forever? But the biggest cliffhanger? Rumors are swirling that Rasheeda herself has already filmed her reaction. It's not for Instagram, it's for the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. True? That means the producers have been in on this from the start, pulling strings. Behind the scenes, and what we're watching isn't just leaked vows, it's the start of the most explosive season in franchise history. And if you think it can't get worse, buckle up, because the next twist is about to expose someone we never expected to be part of this scandal. Someone whose involvement could change the Frost family forever. The fallout was already unbearable, but the escalation turned the scandal into something historic. The internet thought the vows were the peak of the drama, and an anonymous Twitter account dropped what it claimed to be the unedited footage of the entire vow exchange. This wasn't the neatly cut clip we'd seen before. This was raw, shaky, camera work complete with background noise, whispers, and even laughter. And in that chaos, fans caught something. Shocking, Jasmine wasn't the only woman Kirk was making promises to that night. A female voice, faint but audible, can be heard saying, "So where does this leave her?" And Kirk's reply, "Rasheeda will always have the business, but Jasmine will always have me." That single line sent social media into cardiac arrest. Fans instantly accused Kirk of playing a double game, keeping Rasheeda for financial power and appearances, while giving Jasmine the title of real love. The betrayal was now too deep for even the most loyal Kirk defenders to explain away. Within minutes, Instagram blogs had the clip plastered everywhere, captioning it with phrases like "Kirk admits Rasheeda is just a paycheck" and "Jasmine crowned queen in secret vows." Twitter threads broke it down frame by frame, some insisting that the woman's voice wasn't Jasmine at all. but another mistress entirely meaning. Kirk could have been juggling 3 women at once. The backlash reached a fever pitch when celebrity voices jumped in. Carly Red, never one to stay quiet, posted a shady tweet. And y'all thought he was faithful? LOL, couldn't be me. Spice followed up with a cryptic IG story that read, Atlanta full of clowns. Protect Jock Crown. Sis. Even young Jock chimed in during his radio show saying if this is true, Kirk just set a world record for disrespect. But that wasn't the only bombshell. A fake but believable insider leak surfaced from someone claiming to work on Love and Hip Hop's production team. According to this source, the entire Vows scandal was supposed to be part of a storyline for the next season, but it got leaked early by someone on the inside. If that's true, then the chaos wasn't just personal, it was corporate sabotage. VH1 executives are reportedly furious, scrambling to edit the storyline and figure out whether to air the footage or scrap it completely. Meanwhile, Shirlene returned to live once again, but this time her tone was darker, angrier, more controlled. If y'all only knew what that man put my daughter through, if y'all only knew what Jasmine really got herself into, this ain't no love story, it's blackmail, plain and simple. Her words flipped the narrative yet again. Suddenly, fans speculated Jasmine wasn't the queen of Kirk's heart. She was holding something over him, something powerful enough to keep him tangled in her web for years. Then came the shocking reveal. Screenshots allegedly showing Jasmine threatening Kirk with exposure if he didn't commit. In one message, she writes, "If you don't choose me, I'll let the world know what you've really been doing with the Frost money." Kirk's supposed reply, "Don't do this, please, I'll fix it. I'll make you number 1." Whether real or fabricated, these receipts were gasoline on an already raging fire. The industry couldn't look away. Wendy Williams stand-in hosts discussed it on her show. Breakfast Club callers weighed in, some siding with Rasheeda, others arguing that Jasmine had earned her spot. Even Cardi B got pulled into the mess when fans resurfaced an old live where she called Kirk Atlanta's biggest cheater. But the chaos didn't stop there. Late night, TMZ dropped a grainy photo of Kirk leaving a courthouse just days before the vows allegedly happened. The caption, "Legal trouble ahead." This sparked speculation that the vows weren't about love at all. They were about covering up a financial scandal. Could Jasmine have been tied to Kirk's shady business deals? Could the vows have been less about romance and more about promising silence? The cliffhanger came with another jaw-dropping reveal. Someone in Rasheeda's camp leaked that she's already filmed her and if that wasn't enough, whispers are circulating that one more woman is about to step forward, someone who claims she was at the vow ceremony too. If she speaks, it could unravel everything Kirk thought he controlled. The scandal spread like wildfire, consuming not just Kirk, Jasmine, and Rasheeda's family, but the entire hip-hop world. Social media exploded in a frenzy, with fans, celebrities, and even mainstream outlets picking sides and throwing gasoline on the fire. On Twitter, hashtags like #KirkVowsLeak and #Team RASHEEDA dominated the trending charts for days. Some fans stood firmly behind Rasheeda, blasting Kirk for humiliating her again. Sis built his career, his brand, his name, and this is how he repays her. Trash. One viral tweet read, racking up over 200K likes. Others defended Jasmine, claiming she was finally getting the recognition Kirk always denied her. Mad, but he chose her years ago. Rasheeda just kept ignoring it. Another post argued, sparking a heated debate with thousands of replies. Facebook groups formed overnight, dedicated entirely to dissecting the vows line by line. Some users even claimed they could hear the pain in Kirk's voice, while others insisted he sounded rehearsed, like he was reading off a script. YouTube reaction videos flooded timelines with bloggers screaming into their cameras about how Kirk just destroyed the Frost Empire with his own mouth. But it wasn't just fans. Industry voices piled on too. Remy Ma allegedly commented under one gossip page, "Couldn't be me." Some men don't deserve loyalty. Papoose quickly deleted a shady tweet that read, "Vows." More like lies, but screenshots had already spread. Even Nicki Minaj jumped into the mix, liking a post that dragged Kirk and praised Rasheeda as the true queen who deserves better. That single like was enough to send the Barbs into full attack mode, flooding Jasmine's Instagram with snake emojis. Meanwhile, major outlets couldn't resist covering it. TMZ ran a headline screaming, "Kirk's secret vows humiliate Rasheeda, mom goes nuclear on live." BET published an op titled, "Why Rasheeda Deserves Better Than Kirk's: Endless Betrayals." And the Shade Room practically turned into a Frost family feed, dropping clip after clip, each one messier than the last. Even Love and Hip Hop alumni weighed in. Erica Dixon wrote on IG, "Rasheeda girl, we've been told you." Scrappy went live, smirking and saying, "Man, Kirk out here writing Shakespeare for his side chick. Ain't no way." And Carly Red, ever the instigator, went on record saying, "I warned Rasheeda years ago, but she ain't listen." Now the world knows. The comment section on Jasmine's Instagram turned into a war zone. On one post of her sipping wine, fans filled the comments with homewrecker and stolen crown, while her supporters clapped back with, "At least she got what she wanted, and she, the real wife now." Rasheeda's page, on the other hand, was flooded with heart emojis, prayers, and "leave him sis" messages. The divide was brutal, but the most jaw-dropping reaction came from Rasheeda's mom, Miss Shirlene, who doubled down yet again. In another live, she looked straight into the camera and said, "Y'all think this is just about vows? No, this is about my daughter's future. And let me tell you, it ain't over. Not by a long shot." Fans swore they saw her holding a folder full of papers, which led to theories that she had receipts, contracts, bank records, or something even uglier that could completely destroy Kirk's reputation. And that's the danger now. This story isn't slowing down, it's escalating. The fans are split. The industry is buzzing, and Rasheeda's silence is stretching like a rubber band about to snap. One wrong move from Kirk, one more leak from Jasmine, or one more live from Miss Shirlene could push this entire drama into a point of no return. But here's the real cliffhanger. Whispers say that Rasheeda herself is planning to break her silence. Not online, not in a magazine, but in a way that will blindside everyone watching. Some insiders are calling it her nuclear option, and if she does it, it won't just end Kirk's career, it might expose something bigger than vows, bigger than cheating, bigger than anyone is ready for. The scandal was already tearing the internet apart, but the final twist blew the roof off. Hours after fans thought the story couldn't possibly get any darker, a mysterious page posted what they claimed was the real reason Kirk's vows leaked. Not jealousy, not love, not revenge, but blackmail. According to this source, Jasmine wasn't the one holding the footage. Rasheeda's own mom was. Yes, Miss Shirlene, the same woman who dragged Kirk in public for years, may have secretly held onto those vows as her personal weapon. The theory spread fast. Miss Shirlene, allegedly, discovered the vows months ago through a friend who worked at the private venue. Instead of telling Rasheeda, she sat on the footage, waiting for the perfect moment to destroy Kirk's reputation. And when Kirk started moving money behind Rasheeda's back, that's when Shirlene decided to drop the bomb. The internet erupted, with fans calling her the queen pin of the Frost Empire. But others were furious, accusing her of humiliating her own daughter for clout. Then came the jaw-dropper. Insiders revealed that Rasheeda knew about the vows before they leaked. Word is, she gave her mother the green light to air them, planning to corner Kirk into divorce and finally claim half his assets. If that's true, the silence from Rasheeda hasn't been weakness, it's been strategy. Every cryptic post, every moment of quiet has been her building up to one devastating move. But the most shocking cliffhanger? A blog claimed that another video exists, Not just vows, not just whispers and actual clip of Kirk and Jasmine exchanging rings. This footage surfaces. It means Kirk didn't just write vows, he held a secret wedding while still married to Rasheeda. That would mean everything we've seen so far is only the tip of the iceberg, and the next leak could end Kirk's marriage, career, and reputation for good. And the rumor mill is grinding harder than ever. Did Kirk and Jasmine really tie the Not in secret, did Rasheeda know the whole time? And if that footage drops, will Miss Shirlene finally expose the Frost family's deepest secret? Because one thing is certain, this story isn't over. It's just getting started, and now, the moment the audience has been waiting for. It's the final words that will leave them desperate for the next update. This isn't just another messy hip-hop scandal. It's betrayal at its most public, most humiliating, and most unforgettable. Kirk's vows weren't supposed to see the light of day. But now the entire world knows what he whispered in private hand. Rasheeda's mother has made sure those words will haunt him forever. The fans are split, the industry is shaken, and the Frost Empire looks like it's crumbling brick by brick. But here's the thing, this story isn't over. There are still unanswered questions that could flip the entire narrative upside down. Did Kirk and Jasmine secretly exchange rings? Is there another woman's voice on that tape? Was Rasheeda quietly orchestrating this whole exposure from behind the scenes? And what exactly is inside the folder Miss Shirlene flashed on Livtha? One fan swear contains evidence that could end Kirk's career permanently. We want to hear from you. Do you think Kirk actually married Jasmine in secret? Or is this all a setup to drag him down? Should Rasheeda walk away once and for all? Or is there any chance this family can recover from a betrayal this big? Drop your thoughts in the comments because, trust me, this debate is about to get messy. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because when the next leak drops, you'll want to be here first. This story isn't slowing down, it's just heating up. So the next chapter is coming, and the truth that surfaces may be bigger, darker, and more explosive than anything we've seen yet. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.